Hey, Jason.
Hi, Samantha. Dawn Titsalo, representing
Huh.
on the microphone. No.
Getting into the groove today. Hello, everyone tuning in. Welcome to Survival Jobs, a podcast in collaboration with BroadwayWorld. As we just did our little intro, my name is Samantha Dawn Titslow, and this is my stunning, talented, amazing superstar co-host, Jason A. Coombs, on the microphone. I did it back. Thank you.
I love it. There you go.
Jason, we kind of took a week off, kind of. We did a TBT. We threw it back to Robin.
Mm-hmm.
So we're sort of like missed a week of catching up. What's going on?
Yeah. I mean, last thing that we probably should have talked about was the Tonys, and it feels like so long ago now. You take
It
one
feels like so
week
long
off.
ago.
Exactly.
I know. The Tonys. What'd you think?
It was a lot of fun. Broadway's back.
Broadway is
It's a
so
tagline.
back. Ariana DeBose did an amazing job hosting. I thought all of the performances.
Threat.
Yeah, that opening number was iconic. Had me in tears. All of the performances were great. All of the winners deserved to win. I personally was screaming for Dee Dee from Dana H because, my God, I loved that show. I loved that performance. I know I spoke about it on our show when I saw it. And, my God, like, what an icon. What a true artiste. She said, make the weird art. Yeah, with a capital A. She said, make the weird art. So let's do it. Let's make the weird art, babe. Tonys were great. I was lucky enough to run around town at some of the parties with my fancy friends, and I had a great time. It was great. Shout out to Lehman Trilogy. Shout out to John Johnson. I went to that party. It was a great time. They deserved to win. What an amazing honor.
Yeah. I can't remember her name. I didn't write it down because I'm a jerk.
You're not a jerk.
The stunning Black woman who sang and brought the house down, which is obviously like all of them, but what's her name, Samantha? Gosh, I'm like, I came in my tabs. I have all these tabs open and I can't find the right one.
I don't want to butcher her name. She was in Slave Play as well. She was excellent. I believe you pronounce her name Joaquina.
Yeah, her performance, woof. I was literally, I think I was like doing something when it started and I wasn't paying attention. And then like she did something just caught my ear and I was just like,
she was like, let it burn
on the TV. Like I could not turn away from the TV. I don't think I even blinked. I took a blink. I was like, my eyes were just like this. I was like, oh my, like when you see somebody like that, who is just
owning it,
powerhouse, who owns it, who just makes time stop.
Yeah,
I feel like such an asshole. I don't have the tabs are. It's a lot going on my laptop. We're doing this on our survival job, y'all.
Yeah, doing our survival job, running film festivals, running to weddings. Things are happening. But no. My mom texted me and she just wrote me, wow. When that performance happened, Dawn, shout out to Dawn. She just writes, wow.
Like, oh my gosh, I literally could not stop watching. Incredible. And then I was also excited to see our girl Gabby Beans. I was like,
oh my God.
I was like, I hope she wins. I was like, come on.
Yeah,
I was like
Gabby Beans. She looked incredible. She looked iconic. And also our girl Gabby French was there as dates with Alfie, who also looked amazing. Just all of our Gabbies at the Tonys, Jay.
Yeah. All of our Gabbies. We just need
all of our Gabbies.
Yes. I love it.
Amazing. I do want to talk about last night. I saw The Bedwetter at Atlantic Theater Company. Okay, based off of Sarah Silverman's memoir.
I love her.
Let me tell you guys, it was really, really good. You know, great message, great performances, great songs, just so funny. You know, it's Sarah Silverman, so you're thinking it's going to be just like funny the whole time, but like it gets pretty deep and the messages are like really I can't speak today. Really deep. Good description words, Samantha. Everything was so deep and funny. No, but it was really great. You guys should go see it. The young actress in it, let me find her name. Unbelievable. She plays Sarah. So it's about Sarah Silverman as a child, as a 10-year-old. Yeah, because she liked everything better when she was 9. Zoe Glick. Shout out to Zoe Glick, who is a superstar. Like, are you kidding me? She really, really, really killed it. So if you guys can get over to the Atlantic Theater Company, I believe there's a couple of weeks left of this run. It was great. I'm so happy I was able to see it.
Me too. I'm happy for you.
Thank you. And I love going to I love going off Broadway. I love going off Broadway. Something, there's something special about sitting in a smaller house. It's more intimate. That theater is really intimate as well. You feel like you're right there with the actors. Yeah. So shout out to the Bedwetter.
Yeah, shout out. And of course, Samantha, my tabs actually work now, of course, after we're done. So I just gotta say her name, Joaquina Kalukango. Just have to say it, have to say people's names, show them the honor.
Yes. I'm so happy that I remembered. And
you did.
Thank you. I was nervous for a minute. I was gonna be like, Jay, check it out.
No. Check it
out. Check it out. Make sure I'm doing the thing. Check it out, babe. Yeah, so that's really all I have to recap. I've been really busy. I've been really busy with weddings and my survival job, and the Tonys was a great time, and I'm grateful to still be able to go to Live Theater. We're lifting that mask mandate July 1st.
Yikes.
Yeah. I mean, like, yikes, but then also, like, are we taking next steps to be out of this? Like, hopefully, and I don't know what it's going to be like to sit in a theater.
My mask will stay on.
I don't know. I don't know what I feel. I feel like I want to rip it off and smile. And so the actors can see, like, hey, we're all here together with our faces.
I don't know how the actors feel about that. I've been seeing some stuff on the Twitter.
Right. Because then my next follow-up was going to be, okay, let's look at everyone smiling and reacting, but then we're going to get shut down again. So,
people coughing and sneezing and spreading germs to people who, anybody actually who works in person, can get sick or whatever. But Broadway's been through a lot, so
Patti LuPone is gonna be pissed.
She probably threw a couple things when that announcement was made. I actually thought about her. She's like the first person I thought about when I read that. I was like, oh boy, I wonder what's going on in the LuPone household today.
Yeah. She's gonna be pissed, but you know what? We're all gonna come out. I'm trying to look at it in a positive way. Positive.
I mean,
just like, okay, these are the steps that maybe there's hope to, in a couple of years, COVID won't be in our vocabulary. I know it's not a realistic thought, but I'm just trying.
Yeah.
Anywho,
before we get into our guest's bio, I just want to share that we're gearing up for Bridgeport Film Fest.
Woo!
In exactly 1 month, we'll be at the festival, y'all. So come join us. Tickets are on sale. We have early bird tickets on sale right now. They're discounted. You can come see me and Samantha on the red carpet, Bridgeport, Connecticut. Yes, come out, see us. See some really amazing films and projects that are mind-blowing, right? A year.
Took my breath away when you said a month from now.
I know.
Wild. I went, I haven't done anything. I haven't done anything to help you.
You've done more than you know.
Oh, wow.
But,
love that.
Come out. Buy tickets, www.bridgeportfilmfest.org. I'd love to see y'all there in person and virtual.
Yeah, people. And it's a quick train ride. If you're New York City based, it's about an hour on the train, quick on the Metro North. You can even get a train beer or wine.
You can, yeah.
Yes, you can. There's a great little spot in Grand Central. Don't know the name, but you could just take a stroll, take a ride, go to the suburbs.
It's such a scenic view. It's a really scenic view.
It's really nice. Same place as last year, babe?
The Caleigh Memorial Auditorium. Yeah, beautiful historic theater.
Space.
Where Martin Luther King has spoken at back in history, and You know, we get to a nice little train ride into the country. Get to see Norwalk. They had a Norwalk, Samantha's little town.
Take a train ride into the country. I don't know why. I'm like, my head is so foggy today. You're like, he spoke there back in history.
Yeah,
You're
I don't
like,
know if I'm saying correct
take
words.
a train ride into the country. A weekend in the country.
Yes. What show is that from again? A weekend in the country.
A little night music.
A little night music. Yeah.
Is that right, Samantha?
I think you're right.
So. Yeah.
I did. I went to a program called CCY as a kid, as a high schooler, the Center for Creative Youth, and I was in the musical theater program, and that was one of our songs that we did. We did like a little cabaret thing at the end.
Do you remember the choreography?
No.
Got it.
No.
Got it.
I do remember choreography. I've been listening to, you don't know this show very well. I remember I brought it up one time, Thoroughly Modern Millie, and you were like, I don't really know that.
I know Thoroughly Modern Millie, but not enough to know every song.
Yeah.
First, I will tell you, Forget About the Boy. I will do the whole number because as a
tap dance
teenage, yeah. My tap shoes came out for one show and then back in for the other. Sorry, I interrupted you as per usual.
I don't even know where I was going with that. Oh, I was gonna say I remember the choreography because we did the opening number when I did Follies. Shout out to anybody who did Follies in the Connecticut area, Fairfield County area. But I remember that choreography like it was yesterday. Isn't that weird?
No.
Was it some things to stay with you?
Yeah.
Like,
just in your body.
It's in your body.
In your body.
I'd probably be huffing around like a stomping like an elephant trying to.
That's so funny. Huffing around.
Yeah. Caleigh. Should we go to Caleigh?
Yeah, let's talk about our guest. So do you want to tell us, because you got Caleigh to come on, so tell us a little bit about how you wanted her to come on, and then we'll tell everyone her bio.
Exactly. Well, I love The Office. Anybody who knows me knows I'm obsessed with The Office, the TV show. Steve Carell and, the whole gang. But Caleigh is in The Office. She's playing the greatest boss in the world, Michael Scott, who's like the lead character. And I have been wanting to see the show. I was going to see the show before the pandemic. I remember for my birthday, I was going to see that or another show. And I chose to see the other show. But I was like, oh, my next show is going to be The Office musical. I'm gonna get that one next. And then the pandemic happened, so I never got to see it. But it's, everything's back now, so I would love to see it. And then it'd be awesome to see Caleigh in it, And it's an Office musical parody off Broadway. And I was like, okay, we need someone really cool. Right, our next guest. I reached out to her. She said yes right away. She's a WestCon alum, like we are. Western Connecticut State University. Shout out. She's a Connecticut girl from Bristol. So I just think it was very fitting to follow the Connecticut train we've been on.
I mean, we really have been on a Connecticut train, and so we recorded her episode already today, you guys. And it was funny before we started recording, we all went to school together, and I was like, Caleigh, but we've never met in person. It's so nice to like have you on the show. And she's like, actually, we worked together, all three of us, for a month. When she said it, I was like, oh yeah, that I forgot. But it was just pretty funny that I was like, hey, girl, nice to meet you.
It was funny.
She's like, girl, you managed and trained me at Javelina Tex-Mex. And now here we are. Shout out. Bum. Jason, you want to kick off her bio and then we can let everyone tune in?
Caleigh Lozito is an actor/singer based in New York City. She can currently be seen playing the world's best boss, aka Michael Scott, in The Office, a musical parody off Broadway in New York City.
Woo! You can also catch Caleigh in Hulu's first original movie, The Binge, where she had the opportunity to work alongside Vince Vaughn as Tipsy Lady. And as we said, she's an WestCon alumni, so you already know. Also, like Tipsy Lady is that I just want that as on a shirt. I feel like that's me.
I'll put on your Bridgeport Film Fest shirt on the back.
Thank you. I actually want it, so I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All right, everyone. Yeah, thanks, Caleigh. Enjoy the show. Bye.
but
Hi,
live
Caleigh.
talking to Caleigh.
Hi.
Yeah, live talking to Caleigh.
Yes, live streaming. Thank you guys for having me.
Oh my God. Thank you for coming on. By the way, let's talk about the multiple reunions we're having here. We're having a WestCon reunion. Kind of. We didn't go to school with you, did we?
No.
No. We missed you.
She's much younger.
Not much.
No, that's why I get the Botox to keep it looking young. You know what I'm saying? I'm serious. And then we all worked at a survival job together for maybe a month.
For about a month. Yes. My first month in New York City, actually. This is my first job in the Big Apple.
Wow, that's major. And here we all are together again on Survival Jobs Podcast.
Yes.
Thank you. Mm-hmm. Wow. Should we just jump right into the fun stuff, Jason?
Yes.
Since we're already talking a little bit about survival jobs, since we were in Reunionville from Javelina, Tex-Mex. Shout out to the queso.
Oh my God. I missed that white queso so much.
Oh, the white queso with
brisket
above Armstrong right now.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Shout out.
They should sponsor us.
They really should. I'll call Matt. I'll say, hey, Matt, remember me? So right now you're doing big things. You're in shows. You're doing the vibe. You're doing the thing. You're doing the artist life. Do you have a survival job that has sort of guided you to where you're going now, that has impacted you positively, that you have a fun, good story to share?
I will say that I still have a survival job while I'm doing the office. I still work at a restaurant 2 days a week.
Wow.
Yes. Which honestly, I mean, right before I had booked the office, I think I was at a point where I was working like 5 or 6 days a week. And I was feeling pretty drained. I was getting to the point where like I'd be coming home every night and I would just be like the littlest things were setting me off, about like serving.
Of course.
So where my boyfriend was like, hey, everything okay? Like it wasn't my norm. Like I was just getting to a little bit of a breaking point. So the office really came at a beautiful time to where now when I work 2 days, even if, like a little inconvenience happens at work or something, I'm like, well, it's either today is my last shift or, I have one more shift for the week and then I'm done. So that like keeps me in a good headspace for sure. But I'm also really grateful to my survival job because the day I had to call them and say, hey, I have to learn a show this week, so I cannot come in the rest of the week. And I need to change my availability to only 2 days a week if that's possible. And they were like, no problem. I mean, isn't that kind of unheard of in a way at a restaurant?
Yeah.
Yeah. Some restaurants are like, sorry, like this is your job, whatever. Yeah. And then other restaurants, I feel like, understand the vibe and they understand like you're a restaurant in New York City, babe. Like it's gonna be artists who are gigging and doing the thing. And when you find those jobs, you keep them.
Yes. And this is the longest job I've had in the city. I've been there for like over a year now. So it's been great.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Well, let's flip it and reverse it, as we always say. What's your worst survival job that you've ever had? One that like just gives you like makes you cringe or like makes you shudder when you think back about it.
No,
if you even have one. Some people are lucky not to have that. So
no, I definitely
not
do.
Us.
It was also serving. Basically my survival jobs. I mean, besides college, I worked in retail for a little, but otherwise it's been serving. I did work at a pub in the city when I like first moved here. It was actually right after my time with you guys at Javelina. I was like, I need a job serving, and this place was like, yeah, please come here. And it was like a little sketchy, like just like the clientele was a lot, like the managers were like a lot, very much like, I don't know, they kind of wanted to like dictate what you would wear and like all this. So that was already like, a red flag. And like there was like everybody, the places where like you divvy out your own tips at the end of the night, like you're in control of that. There was like it seemed there was like a little bit of stealing going on. And for me, when I realized it, I was like, I can't participate though. I'm so into like karma. I was like, this, like if I'm about, even though I know these people are taking some of like my tips away, I can't, like, just something about it I couldn't do. So I was like, I gotta find a new job. And honestly, before I even could, one time I had a tip out that morning when I came in from the previous shift. They'd given me my tip out. It was like $140. I put it in my wallet and I did the rest of my shift. And as I was leaving, the cash was missing from my purse.
No,
the cash
really?
was missing from my purse. Yeah. And we had so many cameras in this place because stuff was always going down in there. So the manager was like, gotta keep tabs. And I was like, could we check the cameras? Like, I gotta see, like, this was just in here 8 hours ago. Like, it has to be here. And the manager said to me, yeah, let's go check. And she's like, oh, that's so weird. The camera doesn't seem to be working near the cubbies. And I was like,
wow.
So weird.
How convenient.
Yeah.
I'm literally looking at all of these cameras working, and that's the one that's not. This is the one video we can't pull up. And then my next shift, I went in the next day knowing that I was like, I have to leave this place. I had interviews at other places already set up. And I left that shift. It was a Sunday. And I was going home, and the schedule came out for the next week. We just had like a WhatsApp group message, and they sent out the schedule. And I was no longer on it.
Why?
I think because I insinuated that someone was stealing from me.
But they were.
100%.
What?
I don't know if it's because I was on to them or what, but I was not on the schedule. And I was like, is this a mistake? And then 2 seconds later, I was removed from the group chat. Yeah. And although I know I was leaving and trying to find a way out, being like fired in any capacity, it's like it hits you. You know what I mean?
After you've been wronged, on top of that, like, oh my God, burn it down, burn it into the ground.
Yeah, honestly, that place was so
Let it
triggering.
burn.
I could not walk. Like, if I knew that I was in that area, I was like, I can't walk past the street. I can't even look at this place. And recently, I had to a couple months ago, and I was like, it's gonna be my first time going by here. Like, what a little trigger. I walk by. It's boarded up, you guys. Graffiti all over. They're done. Karma, exactly. Yep. So full circle there. But yeah, that would be probably the worst, most traumatic for sure.
That's awful. I'm so sorry that happened to you.
That is awful and shocking.
Yeah, right. Just a lot.
How do you steal from someone? Like, how do you steal someone's hard-earned money? Truly, like, I don't understand that.
I don't know.
Steal food. Steal like freaking guacamole. Steal like drinks. I don't care, but like, don't steal someone's money. I don't know, like whatever. I don't know what kind of restaurant it was, but like
guacamole. Now we know what you were taking from Javelina. Absolutely.
Yes,
oh no! Cut it out! Cut it out! Especially they were like guacamole wasn't on like the family meal because avocados were expensive. Oh, we couldn't get discounts on guacamole. Remember?
So
I think we used to get 50% off of any item we wanted except for guac. Guac was full price. Even if it was like an add-on, even if it was a side. Couldn't even get a side of guac.
That's so
Although I got the sides of guac because I was a manager.
Oh, humble brag.
Oh my God, that's so good. Well, I'm sorry that happened, but like, especially like, go look what you were saying, karma. By the way, there's major construction going on. Do you hear it? Sorry to everyone.
No.
Welcome to New York.
We're still in a pandemic, technically, so
yeah.
We're just, we're recording from wherever we can, and this is where I can. Okay. So before we talk about your current gig as the world's best boss, Michael Scott in the off-Broadway Office musical parody, we have to take it back to when you were 8 years old. Can you tell us about the bathroom concert series?
Oh my God.
What is it? Tell us everything.
Thank you so much for bringing this up. I was like,
what? You're welcome.
She's really diving deep. No,
we do our research.
Yeah, you did. You really did. That's actually just what I called this stage in my life, just to add a little camp to my website. But when I was, oh my God, probably even younger than 8, my grandma noticed that I like to sing, and she would always have me sing in her car, and like she was always the one to pick me up from school. And so like I remember there'd be times I'd be singing like Shania Twain in her backseat as it was playing, and she'd like call out her employees at her job and be like, come listen to this
let's go girls.
And they're imagine like a 5-year-old literally being like, yeah, I feel like a woman, and like literally and she had all these grown men working for her, and they're coming out listening like, what? Wait, can we get back to work? Like they didn't want to be there. I'm
so dead.
My grandma started taking me to voice lessons when I was like 8. She's always been like my biggest supporter. And so anytime, shout out to Rose.
Yes, Rose.
Yes. Anytime that I was at her house and she had people over, she'd be like, Caleigh, she'd do the typical grandparent thing where she's like, can you sing a little something? I was like, Grandma, like, I can't. Come on, you can't do this to me right now. Like, people are looking. And she would say, go in the bathroom. Just go in the bathroom, leave the door open, and we just want to hear it. We don't need to look at you. We just want to hear it.
We don't need to look at you.
Yeah, like, we just want to hear your voice. And so that became quite the theme, is I was like, okay, yeah, you're right. I feel comfortable. So I would just go in the bathroom, leave the door open, light off even, belt my little heart out, give them the performance of a lifetime, and then and then hit it, and I'd come back out, take my bow. So that is the bathroom concert series. My family still jokes about it. If you're looking for a revival, DM me.
I love that. I feel like that could be turned into like a fun SNL sketch, the bathroom concert
right? Yeah, for sure.
Lauren Michaels, if you're listening.
Oh my God, that's another thing.
Let's get it.
Your guys' parents do those things where it's like you'll say something funny. My mom literally did this to me the other day. I said something that made her laugh, and she was like, why don't you just audition for SNL? As if the audition's right there, and you can just be like, actually, why don't I just submit? I'm backstage. Why don't I submit?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I get that all the time. My family's always like, why don't you just call Tyler Perry? And I'm like, oh, well, if I had his number, I would have.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's so funny. My dad, when I first moved to New York and I'd be like going in for a student film or something, he'd be like, any auditions this week? I'm like, yeah, a couple of like films. Oh, great. Can I see it in the movie theater if you get it? Yeah, Dad.
Yes,
for sure.
It'd be streaming
because it's that easy.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
it's that easy. It's easy. Oh my God.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Is the next one me, Jay, and I'm sleeping? Oh.
No, it was me.
No.
So and I'm sleeping? You graduated from our alma mater, Western Connecticut State University. What age did you decide that you wanted to pursue a career in entertainment and that you want to go to college for this? And what was your college experience like as a theater major?
I always knew that I loved singing from a young age. I didn't start acting until I was like 14, like high school. And probably like around junior year, I was like, I think I want to go to college for this. I want to pursue this. I still get really stressed out about auditions, but I was like really intimidated by auditioning. So I didn't audition for a ton of schools. And I ended up going to WestCon, which ended up being such a great decision. But at the time, I don't know if you guys had the same mentality, but I had a lot of friends like going to like Boston Conservatory, NYU, like this, that. And I was like, I'm going to. Have you heard of it? Western Connecticut State University.
State school, baby.
State school, baby. And so I remember feeling self-conscious going in. And now when I talk about WestCon, it's literally, I have the complete opposite feelings. Like I truly feel like they like really set such a solid foundation. The building is so beautiful. The teachers know what they're doing. I had such a great time there. So yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
You had the fancy building too.
We had the fancy building.
I know you did. I know that happened like what, Jason, the year after we left?
Just
a year or
missed
two,
it.
yeah.
Dang it.
Yeah, it happens.
Dang it.
My life story. I went to a performing arts high school called the Regional Center for the Arts, RCA, in Connecticut, and same thing happened. Like after we graduated, they got like fancy new building.
Oh my gosh! So it's just as soon as you leave a place, they're like, "We're renovating.
Yeah,
we're gonna make it nice now." Not that Berkshire
trash is
Hall
gone.
wasn't nice. Yeah. Yeah. Oh man. So to talk about the elephant in the room, Jason Coombs is the biggest Office fan I've ever met.
Oh
He
my
literally,
God.
to be honest, and we've talked about this on the show before, I've never seen an episode. I mean, I've seen it like when it's on like repeats or marathons, but I have no idea. So you booked the show and it's amazing. Thank you. One day, Jason, maybe when I have a beat. Were you a fan of The Office before you booked this? Was it like, oh my God, like if I ever booked an SVU anything, I would pass away. I would be like, no. Oh my God, I am Olivia Benson. Like, do you feel like that with The Office, or were you just like, oh, fierce, I have a gig and I'll like learn about The Office?
No, I mean, Jason will literally have to duke it out because I thought, the biggest Office fan.
Oh, great.
Wow.
I actually saw the show. I got, my boyfriend got us tickets for Christmas.
Shout out to Howard.
Shout out to Howard. For Christmas 2018 to see The Office off Broadway. Nice. So that's how big of a fan I was, that this was like the Christmas present, you know?
Yes, yeah.
I went and saw it. I loved it so much. I loved that Michael Scott was played by a girl. And I remember, it's so crazy. Howard literally said to me that day, he said to me, he's like, that's going to be you. He said, that's going to be you. And I was like, oh my God, wouldn't that be awesome? And literally, it just feels so full circle. Like I sometimes like walk into the theater and I'm like, that's so crazy just how stuff like that happens. Like I was sitting watching this show and now to be in it is just so crazy.
Manifesting, baby.
Yeah. For sure. For sure.
Wow, I love that.
That's so cool. That's so cool.
Yeah.
So I've never seen it, so maybe you are a little bit of a bigger fan than I am. I haven't seen it yet, but I'm going, you know.
Please do.
I actually was gonna go in 2020, but then everything got shut down.
We had a pandemic.
You know, a little pandemic thing happened. Anyway, can you just tell us about the audition process for it? And like, did you get called in for the Michael role, or like was it a general audition? Tell us everything.
Yeah, the story is actually, it's going to start off sounding really random, but I swear it will come back. I used to absolutely bite my nails like crazy. And I made a promise to myself. I said, let them grow out and you can go get them done, because I would never let myself, because I was like, they look like crap, you know? And finally I got to the point, it was my day off from work. They were so long. I was like, I'm going to get a nice gel manicure. I'm going to get them shaped.
Gel.
This is the day. I was inside literally getting my nails done, and one of my best friends, shout out to Ryan, they sent me the casting notice on Backstage for the immediate replacement for Michael Scott. And they were like, apply to this right now. And I was like, okay.
Right now.
And I did. And I left the nail salon, my purple nail, went and had dinner with Howard. And I got an email saying like, you have an appointment for tomorrow at 2:00. And I was like,
right away. Wow.
Right away. And I don't normally, keep my composure at least for a dinner, but for some reason I was like, oh, we literally have to get up and leave. Like I need to go figure this out right now. Actually, I need to figure out what I'm going to sing. I have to go through these sides, like got to get to it right now.
Yeah.
We stayed up so late, Howard and I, going over the scenes, picking out a song, because I was like, don't sing something from your book. Don't make it easy. Just sing something different. And yeah, then I went in at 2:00 the next day, and I was really debating. I was like, do you take off your nail polish? And I was like, no, you just paid so much money for these long purple nails. Like literally, Michael's gonna work them.
Manicures are expensive. Yeah,
manicures are expensive. I was like, you are gonna work these into your choices today. And yeah, I went in at 2:00, and by 5:00 they called me and they were like, do you accept? We'd like to offer you the role, which was, isn't that crazy? I feel like people were always waiting for responses for so long, and that one just happened to be.
Sometimes months.
Yes. And they were like, you have 9 days to learn the show. My first show, my first show would be 9 days later. Come watch it as many times as you can. I had one music rehearsal, one blocking rehearsal, and then it was like really me in my room figuring it out. And I had my put in. It was crazy. I had my put in the same day as my first show, and I was really milking the manicure. I was like, I'm going to take this off right before the show, but I still had my nails on for the put in. And they were like, hey, so we love the nails for sure, but we can't have you wear them as Michael. I was like, no, I get it. I'm just milking this. I just wanted to give it like the full time it needed.
Michael
and now
manicure.
I haven't painted my nails since. So yeah.
Oh, wow.
But yeah,
that's hilarious.
Everything literally changed in a matter of 2 days. I was, working my survival job full time. And then in a matter of 2 days, it was like everything changed. It was so crazy.
Wow.
That's amazing.
Isn't that crazy?
I love that for you.
Thank you.
Especially being a fan. Like, what?
Oh my God. I mean, this is so embarrassing, but I have, well, now it's embarrassing. It wasn't before. But I have Michael Scott quotes like framed and hanging in my bathroom. They were just like funny quotes. Like he says, just pooping, you know how I be. And like, and that's like hanging in my bathroom. And like now I have to explain when people come over. I'm like, this was here before. This was before I even auditioned. So please don't judge.
You're like sure, Jan.
Yeah, literally.
Guys, I don't get the Office joke that you just made.
But that's actually that was
Brady
a Brady Bunch joke.
But Jan is in the office as well.
Jan is in the office.
That's why I got confused. I'm logging off. I'm exiting. I'm ending the broadcast right now.
It was nice talking, girly. Thank you.
Yeah, bye, Sam. It's just real fans now. No, but I saw a picture of Jenna Fischer and Angela. I can't remember her last name. Bad fan, I guess. We're there. Angela Kinsey, yes, we're there. You got to meet them. How was that?
It was literally so crazy. We were told that People Magazine was coming to write an article about the show. And they were like, try to get your friends to come to the show, you guys. And I was like, oh, for sure. And so I contacted like everyone I knew. I was like, guys, if you're in the city, like, please come see this on this night. Like, really want to fill the house, have like a great audience with really good energy. And so I had so many friends, like, just randomly, conveniently were like, yeah, actually I'm free. I will be there. And probably like a couple numbers into the show, I was coming off stage and the girl who actually plays Angela in our production was like, do you see who's in the back row in the center? And I was like, no. And she was like, Jenna Fischer and Angela Kinsey are sitting back there. And all of us were like, oh, like that's why this is happening. And it was literally, luckily, like the best audience we've ever had. It was truly filled, like so many good vibes because we had so many like friends there. And it was just such a fun show. And then they like surprised us on stage after. They took pictures with us. They made a TikTok with us. They were the nicest girls. It was so much fun.
I love
and you didn't have a heads up?
No. We knew something big was happening, but we just thought it was a People Magazine article. And then after we saw them there, we were like, what an interesting lie they made. And then 2 days later, a People Magazine article did come out. We were like, they both were true. Okay.
What an interesting lie they made.
That's so amazing, though.
It was so much fun.
Incredible. Wow. Congrats on all of that.
Thank
how
you.
fun. Like, how thrilling. Just like Jason said, to be a fan of the show and then be in this show and then have the cast members come and then also to like have a gig as an artist. Like all of it is just like cake.
Yeah.
Extra frosting.
Can I tell a really stupid, idiotic story really fast?
No.
I'm gonna tie it back to survival job. So we used to me and Sam worked at Highline Ballroom.
Okay.
And there was it's a concert venue most of the time. And there was a concert there with a guy named Creed. And I was like, oh, like, okay, like whatever. And they're like, oh, this guy's from The Office. This is before I watched The Office. And I was like, okay. All these people came. They were like crazy. I was like, oh, these Office fans are so annoying. Like, Creed was there. I met him. I was like, oh, like, hey, he's so nice. Like, okay, cool. Fast forward a year later, my friend's like, you gotta watch The Office. Gotta watch The Office. I finally watch it, become obsessed with The Office. And I'm like, oh my God, I was like hanging out with Creed. I had no idea. I have no evidence of it. I didn't like take a picture. I didn't care. I was talking so much shit about The Office fans. And I became a crazy Office fan. So I'm pretty embarrassed about that. But
don't be embarrassed.
So funny.
That's a funny story. I have a story like that. Can I share?
Please.
But it's not with The Office.
Of
I'm just going to do a quick sidebar and hear some sirens. I'm a huge Scandal fan, Scandal head, like mega white hat, like love Scandal. And before I ever watched Scandal, I was in London with some friends, and my friend was like nannying for someone. I don't know if I can say it, so I'm not gonna. And so we were all like chilling with this actor she was nannying for, and Bellamy Young, it was there. And I had never seen Melly Grant. Are you kidding?
Yes.
And I had no idea. And I'm just like, hey, like I was literally like in London, like hungover. I was like, hey, what's up? Like, I'm Samantha. Like, no idea, like sitting on the couch with her. Then I start watching Scandal and get obsessed. And I'm like, I was with Melly Grant for hours and didn't give a shit. Anyway, those stories are fun, and life is silly.
Fun. Life is silly.
Well, speaking of like TV shows and segueing that into film,
yes, good segue.
Thank you. You've been dabbling in film with your recent co-star role in Hulu's first original film, The Binge, starring Vince Vaughn. Hello, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
So that seems like pretty dreamy and fun, but do you have like an ultimate like dream role or dream project or dream job that you dream about? How many times can I say dream in one sentence? The drinking game for this is drink every time Samantha says dream. Okay.
Or a siren goes by.
I know.
Yeah, or a siren goes by. That wasn't my siren. That was Caleigh's siren.
That was me.
Oh.
That was me. Oh my God. Dream role in film, theater, anything?
Anything.
Or collaboration.
Okay, beautiful. I feel like, I mean, obviously, who wouldn't want this, but like to work with Meryl. Can we talk about what that would be like? I feel like
I'd be crying.
Yeah, doesn't it seem like so like, oh my God, that's just like so it doesn't even make sense to think about. That so that's the ultimate dream, of course. The icon, the legend. Oh my God, I'm a really big, tell me if you guys like the show Gilmore Girls fan.
No, so huge.
You are? Okay, great.
Samantha is.
I think
huge.
I think Lauren Graham is one of the most underrated actresses. I
agree.
Yeah.
No, I love her from Parenthood.
Yes.
That's where I know her from, which I love that show. So yes, I agree.
She's like so natural, but just has these like little quirks, but they're so like real and beautiful. Like she's truly an icon. So if they do another Gilmore Girls reboot, which I hope and pray for every day, I really would love to be in that. Or just to be in anything that Amy Sherman-Palladino writes. I mean,
come on.
Marvelous Miss Maisel absolutely destroys me. Love that. In regards to theater, when I was in college, I played, which as a junior in college is such a funny thing to say, but I played Joanne in Company.
Oh, yes.
And so someday when I'm the appropriate age for that, I would love to play Joanne again.
The next revival, girl.
The next revival, exactly.
The next one.
But if they're doing a national tour, I'll
they
sing
are,
for Bobby. Yeah. Putting that out there.
I think I just heard that, right?
Yeah, they just announced. I actually saw the article yesterday on BroadwayWorld.
Shout out.
Snaps. Shout out.
Shout out BroadwayWorld. Those are some pretty dreamy things.
I feel like I literally just threw out everything I've ever thought and was like, take it.
I love
that. We're manifesting that for you.
Yeah.
It's going to happen.
Thank you.
Just like Howard manifested you being in the office.
Truly. Crazy, right?
Out there. It's insane. I love that so much. Well, we're almost at the end of our discussion today, but we are going to play a really fun game, but we have one more question first. Okay. So if you had to go back to your least favorite survival job, that horrible restaurant, it like opens up again, they unboard all the windows and the same terrible management comes back, the thief in the night comes back.
Jason, that really made me laugh. They unboard all of the windows really got me, Jay.
Sorry, not making fun of you. I'm just saying if that was to happen again and you'd have to work that job in order to get the best you have to work. Sorry, I'm mixing up the question. You have to work that job for the next 10 years in order to get your best, most exciting, most fulfilling artistic life. So you get to work with Meryl. You get to play Joanne and company. You get all those amazing things you want. Get the Oscar nominations. All that good stuff.
You are Rory Gilmore.
You are. Yes. Would you do it? Would you go back to that shitty, terrible job?
Yeah, 100%.
For 10 years.
Yeah.
For 10 years? Oh, wow. Okay.
For 10. I mean, if I'm getting everything you say, if that's all coming for me in 10 years, yeah, I'll have to, be in therapy consistently and have some amazing coping skills. But I'll power through.
Shout out to therapy.
Shout out to therapy.
Shout out to therapy.
I love that. We don't get this question. We switch up that question a lot. And I always wait for someone to be like, yes. Because people don't really say yes. So thank you.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. We don't get a lot of yeses on that. You didn't butcher
the question.
You really took it back and you really cleaned it up and you did it right, babe. You got it. Amazing. Well, thank you so much for sharing space with us. So like Jason said, oh my God, amazing. Like Jason's amazing. I'm like, I don't even know what day it is. I'm in like wedding season. I'm in like wedding season craziness, working my survival job also while we're doing this interview. That's just the truth, listeners. So like Jason said, we always love to end the show with a fun game. And since you guys are both Office fans and I have actually no idea anything about The Office, we're going to have a big competition between Caleigh and Jason. Who is the biggest Office fan? So the way I think I'll structure it is we'll start with Caleigh since she's the guest. We'll give you a question. If you can't get it, then Jason will take it. And then we'll end with a bonus and you guys will raise your hand. And whoever raises their hand first will get the bonus.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, Caleigh, are you ready?
I think, yes.
First question. Where does Michael Scott move to start his new life with Holly?
Colorado.
Correct.
Thank you.
Great work. Jason, what are the names of Jim and Pam Halpert's kids? Halpert. Jason, what are the name of Jim and Pam Halpert's kids?
Oh, I can only remember Cece because I don't really like the last seasons. Oh, so I know it's Cece.
And there's one more, Jay.
I know there's another one that comes in like season 8.
I'm counting to 5.
Cece, Halpert.
Dang it! Sorry.
Damn.
I don't know either.
No idea.
No.
All right. The answer is Cece and Philip.
Never. Because that's Angela's kid too, isn't it? Aren't they both named Philip?
I'm so bad. Literally, I'm the same as like the last 2 seasons. Like when Michael leaves, I'm like, I'll watch this later.
I think I know I'm a Fairweather fan, I guess. I only watched it through like once the last 2 seasons, and I'll occasionally watch it if it's on TV now. But I always like when I do a rewatch, I always stop at the new season 7.
That's how I am with Gilmore Girls. I don't watch the last season. It's not about me though, or Gilmore Girls. It's about
Damn it, but I Philip because is it Angela and Dwight's kid Philip too, right?
I'll believe you.
Okay. Well, all right.
I don't
do I get half credit for that?
Yeah.
Sam, do I get a half?
Yes.
Okay.
You can have a half point, babe. Okay. Caleigh, which of Angela's cats did Dwight kill?
Sprinkles.
Correct.
Damn it, that's such an easy one.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Jason, I don't know anything about The Office, but I think you'll get this one.
Okay.
Who was Pam engaged to before Jim?
Roy.
Correct.
Oh, I'm getting all the easy ones. Am I, Jason? Okay.
Caleigh.
Yes.
At Phyllis's wedding, Michael revealed that her nickname in high school was what?
Oh, I know this one. This is one of my favorite episodes.
I remember so much about that episode, but not that.
Counting to 5.
I don't remember.
Jason.
Easy Rider.
Oh, correct.
Okay. Great.
Phyllis, did you break wind? It's okay.
I know, that's all right.
Okay, now we have one more for Jason, and then it's the bonus.
Okay.
Because that means you each got 3. Okay, Jay. Which Grammy nominee played Andy's brother, Walter?
Oh, Josh Groban.
Oh, amazing.
That's a later season, but I do remember that.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you guys ready for the bonus?
Oh, we have to put our hands up, right?
Yeah, whoever puts their hand up first gets to answer it. Okay. Who was hired as Michael Scott's replacement before he moved? Jason.
Will Ferrell.
But what is the character's name?
Oh, something with a D. Not Delroy. Oh man, it's with a D. It's with a D.
I'm counting to 5.
D'Angelo Vickers.
Correct. Correct. Caleigh, I know that you're our guest, but I do have to say Jason is the champion.
And that's okay.
But she is Michael Scott though. So am I really?
She is Michael Scott. So we can call it a nice tie and say thank you.
No.
Jason, you take that award.
No,
see, because you don't want to steal it from him like the people stole the money from you.
I'll be the assistant to the original manager.
Perfect. Sounds good.
That was fun, you guys. Were those
That
questions
was fun.
good? I know nothing about The Office. I just found a quiz online.
Yeah.
She literally
5
found a
minutes
quiz before we started. I was like, wait, did you make a quiz for this? She's
I was like, for
"Yeah."
what? I'm like, wait, we're doing a show today? We have a guest? I'm like, wait, what month is it? Broadway what? Caleigh. Well, I just want to say you both did an excellent job, and I think you're both excellent Office fans, and I'm proud of the both of you.
Thank you so much.
Caleigh, you're amazing.
You guys are. This was so fun.
We gotta do it again.
Yeah.
Please.
Welcome to the show, and then we'll play a rematch in real life at drinks after.
Yes. Let me know when.
And I'll prepare. I'll have index cards, and we'll do rapid fire. It'll be so fun.
I
Okay,
love
perfect.
that so much. Wait, but before we go, Caleigh, can you tell people really quickly about your podcast, Underrated? We always give podcast love. And where can people find you on the socials?
You can find me on the socials on Instagram at Caleigh Lozito. I spell Caleigh Caleigh.
We'll put it somewhere on here.
GH. Beautiful. It's people always go for the K, and I just wanted to let you guys know. That's my main social, I would say. TikTok, sometimes I mess around at. That's at C Lozito. And my podcast, Underrated, I do with my sweet friend Tina Vlamis, who is actually a TikTok star.
Yes, Tina.
Yes, follow her at It's Tina Colada.
Oh my God.
But we do a podcast. We are both cancers, which happy cancer season, you guys.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, yes, your birthday's coming up.
Yes.
When's your birthday?
July 12th.
Oh, yeah.
Happy birthday.
2 weeks, right?
Thank you
3
so much,
weeks.
you guys.
Yeah.
But we feel very deeply, and we use our platform to advocate for the underrated. We uplift those who need to be uplifted. And things range from Chili's Bar and Grill to Loving Your Body to
Chili's Bar and Grill really just got me.
That's actually pilot
Another
episode,
Michael Scott.
So,
Another Michael Scott reference.
Isn't that my first restaurant job was at a Chili's?
You're like destined. Oh my gosh.
Isn't that crazy? Crazy. But yes, underrated. Check it out.
Love it.
Amazing. And if you're tuning in because you're a Caleigh fan and you know nothing about us, follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Survival Jobs Pod, on Facebook at Survival Jobs a Podcast. Shoot us an email. Let us know if you want a specific guest on survivaljobspod@gmail.com. Love you. Thank you. Like, subscribe, follow. Shout out to BroadwayWorld. Shout out to Nicole. Shout out to Jason. Shout out to Caleigh. Shout out. Follow my boy Jason. Also, at Jason A. Coombs.
Yeah.
And
you're
follow
Sammy
me.
Toots.
That's it, baby. Sammy Toots. TUTZ.
Awesome.
We love to see it. We love to hear it. We love The Office. Maybe I'll watch an episode in honor of this episode.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what episode should you watch? What's a good one to start with?
Can I just jump in, or shouldn't I start from the beginning?
I will say, I think you should. The pilot episode, when people just start from there, I feel that they don't stick with it. But I think picking like a random episode in the middle and then being like, okay, that if you think that was funny, then starting from the top and knowing it's a journey.
I understand.
Fun
Look,
Run
it
is
happened
always
to me.
good.
Which
Really?
One? Oh,
Fun
Fun
Run
for the Cure. Season 4.
Season 4. Episode 1 and 2.
Thank you.
That's a really good one.
I just was like, I just flipped my hair so much during this episode. I don't know. Hair flips.
Caleigh,
flips for days, you guys.
What's another one of your favorites also? Totally off script here.
No, it's great. The deposition.
Oh yeah.
That makes
season
me
5,
laugh.
Right?
Yeah, 4 or 5 for sure. That one makes me laugh so hard when they read like Michael's diary entry. It makes me laugh so hard. That's all. Maybe you start with that one. That one makes me laugh.
Really
I love a diary.
Yeah,
I love a diary entry. What are you gonna do?
And dinner party.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh, dinner party. My favorite.
I love a dinner party.
That one's a rough one though. If you're not a fan yet, it's very cringe. It's like hardcore cringe.
Yeah.
But it's one of my favorites. I think
guys are stressing me out.
There's also Stress Relief, part 1 and part 2 is also.
Well, goes with how I am just all the time. So perfect. I need some stress relief in my life. So that would make sense.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Caleigh. Have a great week of shows.
Thank you.
Shout out to your restaurant job for giving you flexibility. Shout out to the show. Shout out to WestCon.
Shout out to WestCon. Shout out to Sal. All right.
Shout out to Sal Trapani. Oh, he texted me the other day, asked if we were on Spotify, and I never responded. So I should tell him, yes, we are.
Let him know.
We actually are on Spotify.
Awesome.
Thank you so much.
And Pam.
Thank you.
And Pam.
And Pam. And Pam, because The Office is Pam too, right?
Exactly.
Bringing it all back in.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Thank you guys.
Bye, Caleigh.
Bye.